Greetings, Chief System Administrators of the Zodiac. You are the ones who transform primordial chaos in a perfect structure. You are the editors of reality, whose mission is to separate the wheat from the chaff and the truth from informational noise. But right now, your internal filters are clogged with dirt. I see the state of your operating system. It's freezing, overheating, and throwing critical errors. You're used to being forest cleaners, those who silently clean up after others, who fix what you didn't break, and who heal other people's souls while neglecting your own. But this year has turned you into a container for other people's toxic waste. You feel it physically, as a heaviness in your stomach, as spasms in your intestines, Virgo zone, as a dull, aching pain in the back of your head. This isn't an illness. It's intoxication with the destinies of others. Let's face it, your surroundings now resemble a cluttered attic, where useful tools lie jumbled together with rotting trash. People who call themselves your friends or partners have long since become parasites, feeding on your resources, your time, and your impeccable intellect. Due to your hyper-responsible nature, you continue to carry this ballast. You excuse their laziness. You rationalize their rudeness. You try to fix people who are beyond repair. You are suffocating in the dust of other people's problems. You crave sterility. You want to pick up a scalpel and cut out all unnecessary things to finally breathe the clean, frosty air of freedom. And so, the universe announces the date of Sanitary Day. The astrological mechanics of the end of the year are unique for you. Your ruler, Mercury, enters into a tight connection with Mars and Pluto. This is the aspect of forced disinfection. Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, picks up the mop. December 31st isn't just a date on the calendar or an excuse for an Olivier salad. For Virgo, it will be a Rubicon. It's kilometer zero. Cosmic rhythms demand a total cleansing. The space around you will be purged with the brutality of surgery. Those who don't meet your standards of purity and integrity will be removed from your reality, either by circumstance or by your own willful decision. Before midnight, a trigger event will occur that will tear off the masks. You will see the true face of the person stealing your energy, and you will finally find the courage to show them the door. This won't be a quarrel. It will be the disposal of biological waste from your destiny. But here, Virgo's main mental trap awaits you, the savior syndrome. Your brain, wired for service, will begin to scream, "How can I leave him? He'll be lost without me." This is cruel. You'll start looking for logical reasons to keep the parasite in your life. You'll think that disposing of a person before the holidays is a bad omen or bad form. Wake up. This is survivorship bias. If you enter the new year with this rotten burden, it will poison you for the next 12 months. A rotten apple in a basket won't improve. It will make all the others rot. Pluto doesn't tolerate half measures. Either you disinfect now, or the infection will devour you. Pity now is a crime against yourself. Turn off your emotions. Turn on cold reason. Garbage belongs in the trash, not at the holiday table. Let's move on to the operating room. To carry out this general cleaning effectively and avoid dying from blood loss, energy loss, you must turn off your heart and turn on your most important tool, your analytical mind. Virgos are the accountants of karma. You know the value of every minute and every calorie. Your problem is that for too long you've allowed others to live on credit. You've invested your attention, care, and resources in projects, people, that are clearly unprofitable. Now, under the influence of the harsh aspects of the end of the year, you must conduct a dry, unemotional audit. This is not revenge. This is the closing of your financial year. The balance must balance. If the return column shows zero and the investments column shows infinity, this counterparty is subject to liquidation. How exactly will the truth be revealed? Unlike fire signs, you won't experience smashing dishes and screaming. For Virgos, insight comes through a detail, through a microscopic discrepancy that ruins the whole picture. You'll notice small things, a forgotten promise, a dismissive tone in a text message, the absence of a simple thank you where you save the day. This small detail will act like a dead pixel on a screen. You'll suddenly see that the whole picture is fake. Your brain, working like a supercomputer, will instantly construct a logical chain of events back years into the past, and you'll realize, oh my God, I've been used all this time. This realization will be cold and sharp, like a scalpel blade. You won't feel anger but disgust. You want to wash your hands. Classification of garbage to be removed. There are 3 types of parasites in your environment that are especially dangerous for Virgos. The first type is the chaos generator. A person who is constantly late, changes plans, and creates turbulence around themselves. For your orderly psyche, this is radiation. You're expending a colossal resource trying to structure their chaos. Enough. The second type is the eternal victim. Someone who calls you only to whine. You give them a clear solution. You're a Virgo, you always have instructions, but they don't. They don't need a solution. They need your compassionate energy. They eat up your time. The third type is the critic devaluator. Someone who disguises envy as friendly advice or constructive criticism. They attack your perfectionism, making you doubt yourself. Diagnosis through psychosomatics. Virgo is the sign that governs the intestines and digestion. Your body is smarter than your head. It can't lie. Think of the person you're about to meet or talk to. What do you feel in your stomach? If it's a cramp, nausea, heaviness, or a lump sensation, this is a biological alarm signal. Your microflora rejects this person as a toxin. Trust this feeling more than the words "we're friends." If after interacting with someone, you feel a loss of energy, a headache, or the urge to take a shower immediately, this is a sign of a parasitic connection. Your aura is polluted. Sanitary norms have been violated. Protocol requires isolating the source of the infection. The surgical excision technique. Virgos find it difficult to say no directly. You often resort to explanations and justifications. This time, your tactics must be different. Act like a bank security system blocking a suspicious transaction. No emotion. No long, 10-page farewell letters. You love writing, but not now. Brief. Dry. Our paths have diverged. This no longer suits me. I can't help you. Don't give the person a chance to justify themselves. Parasites are masters of manipulation. They will begin to weigh on your conscience. But you promised. How can you do this before the new year? This is a viral attack on your firewall. Do not engage in dialogue. Dialogue with the virus is impossible. Only deleting the file or placing it in quarantine, blacklisting, is possible. The main fear to overcome is the fear of being bad or callous. Virgos strive for the ideal image of a useful person. You fear that if you stop serving, you will cease to be needed. This is a lie of your ego. Your value is not in how much garbage you take out after others. Your value is in your intellect, your purity, your ability to create order. By kicking out unnecessary people, you don't become bad. You become efficient. You make room for those who appreciate your care, not simply consume it for granted. Imagine your life as an elite clinic. You can't let homeless people in with dirty shoes and they're simply out of pity. You have a sterile spirit. Maintain good communication hygiene. We're moving from the biochemistry of relationships to the physics of space. Virgo is an earth sign, but you're ruled by Mercury, information. This creates a unique conflict. You accumulate matter, imbuing it with mental meaning. Every item in your home isn't just an object, it's a file in your memory. An old movie ticket is a file about a past date. A dress you never wear is a file about who you were 5 years ago. A cracked cup is a file about tolerance for imperfection. Your apartment is now like a computer whose hard drive is chock full of temporary files, cache, and broken links. The system is slow. The new year is the installation of a new, powerful destiny program. But it simply won't install on your hardware unless you completely format the drive. The digital disinfection stage. Don't start with the closet, start with the phone. For modern Virgo, a gadget is an extension of the nervous system. Go to your contacts. It's a graveyard of dead souls. People you haven't called in a year. Phone numbers of taxi drivers, couriers, former colleagues, casual acquaintances. Each of these contacts is a microchannel of energy drain. Your brain, even in the background, expends resources maintaining connections with these phantoms. Delete them ruthlessly. Unsubscribe from channels and bloggers that make you anxious or feel inferior. Delete gigabytes of identical screenshots and unflattering photos. You'll feel a physical relief, as if a ton of cotton wool had been removed from your head. A clean smartphone desktop is like a breath of fresh air for Virgos. The disposal of dead matter stage. Now look at your home through the eyes of an outside auditor. Virgos tend to hoard out of fear. What if I need it? This is the psychology of poverty and mistrust of the universe. By leaving old things for a rainy day, you mentally program that rainy day into your calendar. You're telling space, I don't believe I'll be able to buy anything new, so I'll keep this junk. The biggest enemies of your luck are expired medications and cosmetics. Virgos adore medicine cabinets and jars. Check expiration dates. Anything past its expiration date is poison. By throwing away old pills, you're throwing out illnesses from the coming year. Defective items. Clothes with stains that don't wash out, but are fine for the dacha. Chipped dishes, broken appliances that you'll fix someday. These are energy holes. Your financial well-being is leaking through them. You deserve a hole. You deserve the new. By wearing things with holes, you attract a life with holes. Gifts from unpleasant people. If you have a vase from someone who betrayed you, or a painting from a relative who hates you, it's a radioactive emitter. No matter how much it costs, take it to the trash. Better an empty shelf than a shelf with a curse. Fighting the inner hoarder. While cleaning, your brain will start freaking out. But I paid for this. It's just a memory. Activate investor logic. The cost of storing this junk in your life, your irritation, dust, stagnant energy, has long exceeded the value of the item itself. You're paying for this junk with the square footage of your apartment, which is expensive, and the neurons in your brain. Write off these losses. Admit the mistake of buying and close the position. The emptiness you create is far more valuable than the junk. Emptiness is a vacuum that, according to the laws of physics, will instantly begin to suck in new things. Money, opportunities, love. The washing floors with salt ritual. Virgo is the sign of purity. For you, cleaning is magic. On December 31st, or the day before, wash the floors throughout your entire house, adding a handful of regular salt to the water. Salt is an earth crystal and absorbs negative information. Wash from the far corners to the threshold, visualizing yourself washing away arguments, illnesses, poverty, and, most importantly, the energetic traces of those unnecessary people you cut off and blocked too. Pour the water into the toilet, saying, where the water goes, so goes the trouble. It's best to throw away the rag you used. This action will switch your home to sterile zone mode. You'll feel the acoustics change in your apartment. It will become quieter. It will be brighter. It will be easier to breathe. The danger of perfectionism. Don't try to lick every inch of your home with a toothbrush. You risk collapsing at the stroke of midnight. Your goal isn't perfect cleanliness for a sanitary inspection, but rather energetic flow. Clear away clutter. Address hot spots, a chair with clothes on it, a corner in the hallway. If you don't have time to sort everything, simply fold it neatly. The key is intention. You're not tidying for guests. You're tidying for the god of luck, who doesn't enter a barn. Show him that you're ready to receive his gifts, that you have a clean, uncluttered space for them. The operation is complete. You stand in the midst of your life, like a surgeon in a sterile operating room after a complex procedure. All around you is silence. Gone is the information noise, the cries of eternal victims, and the buzzing of parasites that have drowned out your inner voice for years. You feel a strange, unfamiliar sensation for Virgo, emptiness. Your analytical mind may panic. Too quiet. Too empty. Am I alone? Stop panicking. This is not the emptiness of loneliness. This is sterility. This is a blank slate, a tabula rasa. You haven't lost people. You've removed viruses. You haven't lost things. You've removed texture bugs. You've completely defragmented the hard drive of your destiny. Now your system is running at perfect speed. For the first time in years, you belong to yourself. Your resources, your time, your attention, all these are now assets that you will invest only in yourself and in those who have passed your rigorous quality check. Understand the grandeur of this moment. On December 31st, you're not simply flipping the calendar. You're rebooting your server. Old programs, scripts of service, patience, and rescue are deleted. You're installing a new operating system, where your top priorities are your efficiency and your health. You're entering the year under the banner of healthy egoism. And believe me, for Virgo, this is the highest form of spirituality. Ritual, reset protocol. This ritual is necessary for your brain to physically register the moment of transition from the dirty past to the clean future. Virgos are signs of ritual purity, so we'll use the element of water and strict mechanics of action. 1. Taking out the last bag. Collect the real physical trash from around the house. Mentally place all the grievances, all the people you've decided to leave in the past, all your illnesses and fears into this bag. Tie the bag tightly with 2 knots. This is the seal. You must remove this trash from your home strictly before the chimes of midnight, ideally the afternoon of the 31st. As you throw it into the container, say disposed of, not subject to return. Don't look back as you walk back to the entrance. 2. Washing your hands, pilot's gesture. Upon returning home, go to the bathroom. Turn on the cold water. Take a handful of salt, regular or sea salt, and thoroughly scrub your hands like a scrub from your elbows to your fingertips. Salt draws out residual energy from contact with toxic people. As you rinse the salt off with water, visualize the gray, sticky dirt of other people's problems flowing from your hands. You are no longer responsible for the destinies of others. You are clean. 3. Activating the color white. Welcome the new year, or spend the first hours of January 1st in something perfectly clean and new, even if it's just a new t-shirt or underwear. White is the color of protection for Virgo right now. It's a signal from the universe. I'm starting with a clean slate. No stains, no traces of the past on your skin. A final warning. The worst thing you can do in the first days of January is to become afraid of your freedom and start calling those you threw out to check on them. Stop. If you take a trash bag out of the bin and bring it back to the kitchen, it will stink 10 times worse. If it's dead, it's dead. Those who left must stay in the past year. If they come knocking again, and they will, hungry, your door must be welded shut. You are in quarantine. You have a new life. Entry is by pass only, and a pass is a sign of respect for you. You have done a tremendous job. You have cleaned out the Augean stables of your life. Now, sit in your clean chair, pour yourself something delicious into a clean glass, and savor this ringing, crystal order. Chaos has been vanquished. Logic has triumphed. You are the architect of your reality, and now you have the perfect construction site. To activate this mode, to digitally sign the acceptance certificate of your new destiny, scroll down to the comments. Leave a manifesto of your purity there. Let these words become an impenetrable shield against any impurity in the coming year. Inauguration passphrase. I have cleared the path. I choose myself.